2018, 2019. This kind of environment produces bigots, ignorance, and fear. Because racism is the fear, mistrust, and alienation of certain groups of people. It's all about control, because if you can control how someone has sex, what knowledge they know about life, and how little they know about other religions and philosophies and political affiliations, you have control. There is no autonomy in fundamentalist Christianity. Because when you view anyone who isn't white or male as someone to be ruled over, consent doesn't exist. It can't. Because I was taught in fundamentalist Christianity that once you got married, your body wasn't your own. If you don't believe your body is your own, healthy consent is impossible. And if you've been told from the cradle as a woman that you cannot say no when you're married, I don't think consent exists. Because you don't know that you can say no. They're not taught that your needs are important. You're not taught that sex should also be about you too. You're taught that you're basically a passenger in your own car, if your own car was an analogy for your body. Fundamentalism, you're never comfortable in your own skin. And this is why religion fears education. Because the most educated people on this planet, most of them are atheists, agnostics, and humanists. Because once you realize that the universe is a big place with so many ways to think, that as long as your beliefs don't take away people's rights and you view people as equal and as wonderful people, you start to realize that out of 100,000 different religions, that there is no possibility that everyone thinking theirs is the only right way to an imaginary place, that it could possibly be true. Faith isn't the same thing as fact. Faith, belief is not the same thing as fact. You can believe the world is flat all you want. That doesn't make it fact. And just because somebody had a religious experience doesn't mean it's anything more than somebody truly enthralled with something. Religion will always control education. Because where women get their autonomy, their feminism, is always from being an educated, knowledgeable person. And you don't even have to be educated to be knowledgeable. I mean, we have the internet now. And I always say get an education if it's possible. But if you're in a place where you can't, there's always the internet. And fundamentalist Christians, they fear the outside influences. That's why they don't want you to go to therapy. That's why a lot of fundamentalists don't like doctors, faith healers. Because if they can control how you view yourself and people who aren't just like you, they can control the planet. And this is why every year we need to vote people into academics, the school board, that understand that education is not about indoctrinating or religious education, but about people having access to the facts, not the myths or the superstitions.